Hey everyone, I'm here today to film a very quick video about my TBR reduction project for May and also the books that I brought into my house in May. So let's just get to it because I would really like to keep this very short. So in May, I read a total of 18 books. 12 of those were fiction and 6 of those were nonfiction. That is a tremendous amount of books to read in 1 month. I mean, that's way over my normal amount of reading. So we can all thank coronavirus for that. As far as balancing the books on my TBR reduction project, I read 12 books off my shelf. I brought in 4 new books. I did not unhaul any. So that gives me a -8. So the balance of books on my TBR shelves, my physical TBR shelves right now is 140, and that's down from 147 to start at the beginning of the year. So I feel very accomplished for the month of May in terms of reading books off my own shelves, which is very, very exciting. And I do have 4 books that I brought into my home in May to share with you. And one thing I will say that's been working for me, I've noticed so far in 2020, and I've heard other booktubers talk about this as well, is trying to focus on buying books that I need for a particular reading project or a reading theme or a buddy read or something in the moment, not just buying a bunch of books that I want to read at some point, but very specifically focusing on buying books that I want to read right now or at least very soon. So that has been working out pretty well for me in terms of keeping the number of books down that I'm purchasing and allowing me to get through books pretty quickly. So what did I bring in? So I got a mass market paperback of Dragon Ship by Sharon Lee and Steve Miller. This is a sci-fi novel. It is an installment in the Liaden universe, which if you're not into sci-fi, you've probably never heard of. Sharon Lee and Steve Miller are a husband and wife writing team from Maine, and I really love these space opera books that they write, all set in this one universe with characters that connect together in some way. They don't directly follow on from one another in terms of they're not sequential, but they all take place within the same universe and have similar characters or people within the same families or whatever. And I just find them delightful and fun and really escapist type reading. So if you're into sci-fi, I would highly recommend you check out the Liaden universe from Sharon Lee and Steve Miller. Another book in a series that I'm reading is the next one that I need to read in the Eve Dallas series by J.D. Robb. This is Vendetta and Death. And you guys know I love these futuristic, romantic, suspense type police procedurals. So don't need to go into that in any more detail. I then won a copy of 10 Minutes, 38 Seconds in This Strange World by Elif Shafak. From Robert at Barter Hordes. He was doing a giveaway of some of the fiction, I think they were all fiction, but I can't remember. But anyway, some of the books that he had received for the 2020 BookTube Prize from publishers. And I was lucky enough to win this. And I never win anything. So this was really, really thrilling. Plus that, I really wanted to read this book. So double win right there. I believe this book got knocked out in the last round of the BookTube Prize, but that doesn't matter to me. I definitely still want to read it. And I might be wrong that it got knocked out. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but I am still going to be reading it regardless. I am reading nonfiction this round for the BookTube Prize, but I will fit this one in fairly quickly because I am excited about it. And then a book that I've already read, but I did bring into my home in May. This is Darwin's Ghost, The Secret History of Evolution by Rebecca Stott. This was a buddy read that I did in May with Britta. And actually, no, I take that back. I did this in June. I brought the book into my home in May, but we buddy read this at the beginning of June. And so I will be wrapping this up in a video that will be happening soon, I hope. Nonfiction that details the history of the people who had been thinking about the process of evolution and natural selection before Darwin published his own theory and became basically the person that we always talk about when we talk about natural selection and evolution. But there were many, many people before him that also had been working on this theory and had sort of put pieces into place that Darwin built upon to come up with his theory as a whole. I really, really enjoyed this, but I don't want to go into it here because this is supposed to be a book haul, not a review, but great nonfiction. Anyway, that is May wrapped up finally here, even though it's almost the end of June. I hope you're all doing well and finding some good books to read, and I will talk to you later.